So most day traders, beginner or intermediate, like to believe that they are just one strategy away or just one concept to their strategy away from becoming profitable. But if you believe that, you couldn't be farther from the truth at all. Day trading does not come down to your technicals or strategy as much as you might think. I know it's something that you probably see everywhere because that's all people post really on YouTube. If you just go and look up day trading, you're just going to see my 80% win rate strategy, my 90% win rate strategy, this indicator, this strategy, that. I made 100,000 this month trading this strategy. I made 500,000 trading fair value gaps. Okay, that is completely frying your brain if you keep on seeing that on your For You page with trading, because the thing that does make you profitable is not your strategy. And I know it seems like it should be. On paper, it should be. Oh, it's how you enter, right? If I'm entering how these other people are entering, I should be profitable, right? It makes sense. That's how I thought. That's how a lot of beginner traders, I would say every beginner trader thinks. Because it makes sense on paper. It really does. But then when you think about it and you really look at it, okay, I am trading the exact same strategy, signal group indicator, whatever the fuck, right? I'm taking the same exact trades, or I'm at least trying to take the same exact trades as my mentor, but he's making hundred thousands a month, and I'm still not even able to be consistently profitable on paper trading. So what's the problem? And that's the problem. It's not the strategy, even though on paper it seems like it is, but on reality it's not. The reality is it's your psychological. It's the things like risk management, being able to hold back on the trades when you know it's not when you know you're not supposed to do it. It's being able to break even, being able to cut losses, being able to not even trade every day. Don't even take a trade if you don't see your setup, or if you just don't even have a good feeling for your setup. Those are the things that make you profitable. It's not your strategy. I know technically, yes, you do need a good. You need at least some sort of edge in the market before you actually apply these things, because you obviously need an edge. But then once you have that edge can't carry you all the way to profitability. You need to have the other, you know, all the other shit that just listed. I would probably say it's 80% psychological, 20% strategy, maybe 30% strategy, 70% psychological. That's how I see it. Strategy doesn't really mean shit because you can really make money with anything. Because don't get me wrong, strategy is important. No matter how you trade, if you trade SMC, ICT, price action, order flow, indicators, patterns, trend lines, support and resistance, I don't care what you trade, they can work. They do. How you trade and how you journal, how you back test, how you actually track this edge you have. It doesn't matter what people think. I personally believe support and resistance and trend lines is kind of bullshit. All that, but people make money from it, and if you do, that's great. I personally don't, but shit can work. But none of those things, even if they do work for other people, they can work. They won't work unless you apply those psychological things that I just said. If you don't apply those psychological aspects I just said, you will not be able to use that edge to its full capacity. That's like the biggest thing that I think traders need to realize. So my personal problem when I was like again a beginner day trader was that I kept on thinking that I need to keep on finding the new strategy, keep on finding the new thing that would make me profitable. That is so far from the truth, man. Like, and it came down from just one thing. It was because I had such FOMO, I guess. Not maybe not FOMO is not the word, but I would have an edge that I backtest, right? I would be like super locked in on this one strategy, but I'm sticking to this one. Like I'm telling myself I'm sticking to this one no matter what people say, and I would do it. I would stick to it for a little bit, and I would backtest the shit out of it hundreds of times. And then I would realize, okay, it has an edge. I'm gonna go apply it to the live markets now. And I would, but then the thing that would fuck with me is that I would not trade for like say it's Monday, I didn't trade. Tuesday, I didn't trade. Wednesday, maybe I took a trade on Wednesday, but maybe I lost, or maybe I didn't even make that much. Maybe I hit like a really little R, or just broke even, something like that. Thursday I didn't trade. Friday I didn't trade. All right, cool. I traded once a week, and then I go on YouTube, and then I would see, okay, this dude made $50,000 Monday. He made $20,000 Tuesday. He didn't trade on Wednesday. Thursday, he made this. Like, I would see people who have just way more trade frequency, and I would think I need to change my strategy because I think more is better in that case, which it's not. More is not better. If you have an edge that you back tested, I don't care what it is, if you have an edge, just you will trade when your time comes. And that's how it is for every trader. You'll trade when your time comes. That's just it. You're not going to be able to trade every day. That's what I thought. I wanted to trade every single day. I literally wanted my monthly P&L just to be, or even my yearly P&L, just every day was just a color, green or red. I don't give a fuck. I just wanted to trade every day. But the real edge in trading is not your strategy, it's your psychological. If you have, I promise you, if you have good risk management, if you have good consistency with your trading, if you have, some sort of, I would say, implement some sort of break even or trail or some way to cut your losses. I would say patience, discipline, all of these things, which are super simple and super small, you probably think that they wouldn't hold that much weight, but they do. They are the real edge in trading. And if you apply them to your edge, you have your physical edge, and then I think there's the technical edge, and then there's the psychological edge. And the psychological edge is like this. It's fucking up here. The technical edge is like down here. It holds so much more value than this. This is bullshit. I have learned so many strategies, but it's because it doesn't work. Because if you think about it, I learned a profitable strategy when I first started trading. After like the first month, I learned a profitable strategy, but I wasn't profitable with it. You know why? Because I didn't have any of the psychological things, the psychological edge mastered. I had the physical trading edge mastered, the strategy master basically, but I didn't have the psychological edge. That was the thing that fucked with me, and that's the reason why you're probably not profitable if you're watching this, because you keep on thinking it's your strategy, and that you need to keep on watching ICT and keep on, following the new model. Oh, ICT released a new model. I got to jump to this one because it's the new better one. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, I would think the day you stop looking for that strategy, that's when you're gonna actually see growth. If you just stick with one strategy and really double down, triple down, put all of it into just psychological learning. Learn how to have good risk management. Learn how to detach yourself from your trade so you're consistent. Learn how to be disciplined and only take your trade when you see your trade. Build confidence with your trade so you can do those things. Like those are the things that are going to make you profitable. So I hope the one takeaway you take away from this is that psychological is the way to go. If you like, that's all you need to focus on. Once you follow an edge, just focus on improving this up here. You don't need to focus on your technicals. You probably already know enough from day trading. I know enough. I've been known enough. Like that's something else I also need to say is like you probably already know enough. I've been known the same shit. The shit I'm using now, I know right now my trading on my channel is really shit. I've lost, so right now I'm kind of down. But trust me, that shit's gonna go up. I promise you. But like honestly, I'm using the same shit I learned off for like the first month of day trading. I haven't really implemented too much stuff. I would say the like 90% of the shit that I use, I already learned in 1 month in. You already know enough. It's literally up here. But that's the only takeaway. You're not one strategy away. You're not one concept away from being profitable. You're just one step away psychologically, or you're one step away with your discipline. Whatever your psychological problem is, it could be risk management, discipline, fear, greed, the ability not be able to not overtrade, all those things. Whatever it is, you're just probably one level away from that, and just fix those things, and that's when you're gonna be profitable. I promise you that. Hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'm gonna be more on my shit. Hopefully, see you on the next video.